Okay, very good morning, children. I hope it is afternoon or good night. I don't know, but we have come for the session in the morning hours. I hope you are all safe, sound, and enjoying your holidays, quarantined, lockdown, with nothing going outside, isn't it? Yes. But still, we have a lot of work to do at home. We can learn many things, isn't it? We can learn many things at the same time. We can study, isn't it? Studies is very important. We should not forget our studies. At the same time, helping your mom, dad, learning new things at home, isn't it? You have got lot of time. When you had come to school, what happens is you only take the books, pencil, eraser, you do only the book work, isn't it? Getting into the, and that is called as a bookworm, isn't it? Yes. But now you have a lot of time wherein you can go for some projects, you can go from some activities, you can learn drawing, you can learn painting, you can learn variety of things from where? Yes, from the YouTube, isn't it? Because mobiles are used nowadays extensively, isn't it? Yes. So you can learn a lot of things through the mobile, through the internet, isn't it? And I hope every child is doing that. Instead of wasting time watching all the time that cartoons or whatever it is, because I don't usually see that and I don't have children at home, so I don't know much about that, the cartoons. So instead of going and seeing those things, I want you all to go for some innovative things where we can study for the future, isn't it? But at the same time, you have to go out in your garden itself and play, isn't it? I will tell you one thing, for example, when we were small, we used to never sit at home. We used to never sit at home, isn't it? But you don't know. If you can ask your parents, you can ask your parents and ask them, how did you people play? Sitting in front of the TV or sitting in front of the mobiles? They said, no, never. We never used to be at home. What happens is nowadays, children are not going outside. They are not at all going outside. They are not at all doing any work in the ground or in the soil. Yes, and that is where the immunity comes down, isn't it? So we need a lot of immunity when we play in the sun, when we play in the mud. Of course, it will become dirty and it will be a lot of work for your parents. But at the same time, you should think that you have to play instead of sitting stagnantly in front of the mobile. I hope you are not going to do that. Yes, and I'm not telling you to go outside also, but in the garden, if you have a garden, it is well and good. If you have a terrace, you can go there, take some sunlight, isn't it? It's good for our health. I hope you're all maintaining your health very well and listening to your parents especially. Yes, yes, very good children. I hope you are doing very well with your health and I hope you are happy with my teaching also. Yes, if you have any complaints regarding that, you can personally call to my mobile. I will be very happy to talk to you and resolve all your queries. Okay, last time we were, I think we have almost completed the multiplication chapter, that is the fourth chapter. I have done a lot of problems for you. I have done a lot of sums. I have told you how to do the multiplication with one digit, single digit and a double digit and also triple digit, isn't it? Yes, we talked about even the multiplication facts, and also I told you about the lattice multiplication. Yes, it's a little bit difficult, but I think lattice method is very easy if once you come to know the method. This all comes only when you practice, only when you practice. So practice is very important in mathematics. You just can't give a lecture on mathematics, but you have to take your pencil, take your paper or a book and start writing or scribbling on that. Unless until that you cannot do anything. Okay children? So lattice method we have done for double digit, single digit, multiplying with single digit, and also I have told which is triple digit with the multiplication by a single digit. So it is easy to in a future classes it will be easy for you. That is why I have told you. Maybe it is not there in your book, but still I have told you. I even started telling you or told you about word problems. I have solved I think 2 problems of word problems wherein I have told you you can do it by bar model also. Yes, yes, by bar model also you can do. But when the numbers which are very small in the multiplier if it is small and if it is in the multiplicand, if they are very small, then and only then we can do the bar model. Otherwise, we cannot do the bar model for multiplication especially. Why? Because we have to draw big bar models, and which is not sufficient for our books. That is why the more important thing in multiplication is cross multiplication. That is what I have told you. So cross multiplication, how can we do cross multiplication? I told you in the last session. For a problem, when you have a problem in multiplication, first thing you have to understand what they have asked in the question, what they have asked you in the question. That is, you have to understand what is a question, what is the number they have given, and what is they have asked for. That is what you have to understand. That is why you have to read the word problems at least twice or thrice unless until you get what is asked for. Okay. The next one, how to do it, whether you can do it in a bar model or whether you can do it in a cross multiplication. Either way, you can just check it out. That is why understanding is more important, and later on what happens, you have to plan it whether we can do it easily in a bar model or we can easily do it for cross multiplication. Let's come how to do the sum. Yes, by solving it. Yes, after doing a cross multiplication, how to solve the problem. And if you want, if at all, when you are doing the multiplication, it is very easy. That means I have told you, when doing multiplication or when we are doing addition or subtraction, checking is very important, right? If you check the answer, then you will definitely know that your answer is correct. Yes, isn't it? So even here also in multiplication, checking is very important. When you are doing the multiplication sum, when you are doing the rough work itself, you will come to know the checking. You don't need to go for again repeated addition. Why I am talking about repeated addition? It is nothing but multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. See, if suppose an example is given of many numbers like 1000 numbers, that time you can just can't go and add and add and add and add, and isn't it? So adding also takes time, wherein mathematics we should never ever lose our time. Okay, it is very precious when we are doing mathematics sums. Okay, so that is why when you are doing the rough work itself, we'll come to know whether our sum is correct or no. If at all you have any doubt about that, you can go for a repeated addition where you can check the answer. Okay, now let's go for the remaining sums which I have written on the board. Some sums I have given on the board, that is, look here, one packet has 100 candles. Yes, these sums are there in your textbook itself. I have not taken from anywhere. Okay, one packet has 100 candles. How many candles are there in 8 such packets? You have to understand the question. One packet. See, last time I have told you there was not one packet or something, isn't it? I think the question was second question of 4.8. A table. A table has 4 legs. A table has 4 legs. What is the meaning of a? A is nothing but 1. I have told you. But in some time questions they have given you here 1, right? Yes. One packet has 100 candles. Now you have to mark it. So they have given you one packet. In one packet they have given you 100 candles. I hope you know all candles, isn't it? Yes. For birthday you have going to keep candles, isn't it? On the cake? Yes, candles. How many candles are there in 8 such packets? 8 such packets. Here we are having 100 candles. We can do the bar model over here, but it will become a lot of, we can do it, but otherwise also we can. Okay, I will just show you. If a bar model also I am going to show you, and also the cross multiplication also I am going to show you. See here, one packet has, I will just put a line over here. I will just give a line over here, and I will write the first cross multiplication over here. Here I can write 1. I am going to take, I am not going to write P-A-C-K-E-T, but I am going to write here P-K-T in a short form. One packet, I am going to put a dash, and what is that candles they are having? They are having 100 candles. 100 candles. One packet is having how many candles? 100 candles. Now the question what they have asked is, how many candles are there in 8 such packets? Now, in 8 such packets, because this is a singular, this is a plural, that is why I have taken yes over here. Singular, only one, plural, yes, that is why I have taken yes. So, how many candles are there? So, what are we going to do? We are going to cross multiply. Always I have told you last time, the numbers which are there in the first row, the numbers which are there in the first row, we have to see that, and the numbers which are there in the second row. See, in the second row we are having 8, but here we are not having a number, that is a question mark. So whenever the question mark, now I am going to give you a cross multiplication sign. Now this is the way you are going to cross multiply, and whenever there is a question, that is, see, 1, I have taken from 1, I have taken a line to the question. So that will be on the left side. That will be on the left side. That is 1 and the question is equals to these two. That is 8 and 100. 8 into 100 will be in the next. That is on the right side. So 1 into question is nothing but a question. So what is 8 into 100? I have told you, if I want, I am going to do a rough work over here. 8 into 100. I have told you last time, whenever there is any zeros multiplied by any number, you are going to put the zeros in your answer. You are going to put the zeros in your answer. The remaining number which is there, that is 8 plus 1. What is 8 into 1? It is 8. So this will be your answer. Instead of going for the multiplication, what we do regularly, when it comes for 100, when it comes for tens, and when it comes for thousands and go on, you can easily take the zeros down. How many zeros are there? That much zeros you are going to take it into the answer and multiply the number which is remaining over there. So 8 into 1 is nothing but 8. So 8 into 100 is 800. So that will be your answer. 800 candles in how many packets? So in 8 packets we are having so many candles. Okay, this is the way to do the multiplication for cross multiplication. If you go for a bar model, how are you going to do? Now see here, 8 packets. You can go for a bar like this. You can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 packets. So in all these we have to find out. We have to find out how much all this is. Here they have given us how many? One packet has 100 candles. Yes, in this one packet we are having 100 candles. So all together how many candles? So that is why how many are there? How many packets are there here? We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we are having 8 packets. So in each packet you can write, one packet is 100. Again you can write over here. You can write here 100, 100. You can go and writing over here. This also you can do. Here also you can check it out the answer by repeated addition. Yes, 100, 1, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. So totally how many? 800. Easily we can do the repeated addition. You are going to get the answer. Or otherwise 100 and 8. Here we can take 8 into 100. Either ways you can go for like that. Okay, or you can add all these. You can add all. How many times you are going to add? 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So you are going to get 800. Now the problem over here is, children, the problem over here is, see, when you do this sum, what happens is, it is very easy, okay? Directly 100 or one packet is 100 candles, 8 packets is how much? Easily you are going to multiply these two, which is easy and it will not take or consume more time. If you go like this for here, again you need to check for repeated addition, it will take a length. So whichever is easy for you, you go for that. It is not a big problem. But you see what takes a lot of time. Okay, what takes a lot of time. Let's come for the next one. The second question is, each row in a farm. You know what is a farm, children? Yes, where they grow the vegetables, maybe whatever the farm can be a poultry farm, can be a pig farm, can be a cow, buffalo, whatever it may be. There are many farms which we go for. Okay. Now in a row here, in each row, each means what I have told you last time. You have to find out what is the English word when we start teaching in mathematics. English words, when we teach mathematics, you should know what type of or what that meaning is, you have to know. I have told you means one. Automatically here one is given, you can understand, but here they have given you each. What is the meaning of each? Each is also one only. Each row or one row. Each row in a farm has 105 trees. 105 trees. Normally we say 105 trees means it is not is nothing but 0, or otherwise you can say it is 105. 105, 105, 105, you can say like that. Okay. So each row, what is each row? That is one row. One row, each row in a farm has 105 trees, isn't it? Yes. How many trees are there in 3 rows? How many trees are there? How many trees are there in 3 rows? Okay. Now this also can be done both the ways. Okay. Now first I am going to teach you the first I am going to teach you how. Let us take here each row means one row. I can write, I am going to write only R. I am going to write R for row. One row has how many trees? 105 trees. How many trees? 105 trees. How many trees are there in 3 rows? Again, go for 3 rows. How many? Isn't it? Now the question arises. We have to do the cross multiplication. How are you going to do the cross multiplication? Like this. Yes, cross multiplication. Then what are you going to do? You are going to write it down over here. That is, what is the question here? 1 into question. I am going to do it here. 1 into question. You can here also put a question mark, a multiplication sign here. 1 into question is equals to 3 into 105. 3 into 105. Here the question will be what? The question is what? 3 rows. So what happens? That is 105 into 3. Here we have got here zeros. It was easy for us to do the multiplication, but here we don't have zeros, but we are having a what? We are having a 5. We are having a 5. What happens in? We are going to go for the rough work. We are going to go for the rough work and multiply 105 into 3. Yes? What is 3 5s are? Yes? If you either go for 3 5s or 5 3s. So 3 5s is how much? Yes? Yes, it is 15. So when it is a 15, what are you going to do? It is a 15. This 5 you are going to write it down, and this one you are going to carry it over, right? Yes. Now 3 into 0. What is 3 into 0? Any number multiplied by 0 is number or 0. Tell me, I told you multiplication facts. Yes, any number multiplied by 0 is 0, not the same number. It goes only for addition. It goes only for addition. So, any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So, 0 plus 1 is what? 1. 1. Now, 3 ones are 3. So, what is the answer for this? The answer is 315. What is 315? What is the question they have asked you here? 3 rows, how many trees? 3 rows, how many trees? There are 315 trees. Got it? This we can do it even in the bar model. That I want to show that I will write it here itself if possible. I will show it here only. It may be a little difficult, but I just see this. So here they have how many? One row has how many trees? 105 trees. 3. So how many boxes we have? 3 rows. That is, this is a first row and this is the second row. 3 rows. So in one we are having 105, and here how many? Again we are going to put a question over here. So in 3 rows what are there? So you are going to, when you are going to add it for repeated addition, which is multiplication is repeated addition, what happens? What happens? You are going to add all these 3 and get the same answer. So this way you can go for the repeated addition and checking answer. Wherever necessary you can go for bar model, and wherever it is not necessary you can go for cross multiplication. But where it is, if it is necessary, if it is okay with the sum, you can go for both the sums or both the methods. Now let's come for the next one. There are 125 cars. I hope you all like cars, isn't it? There are a lot of models in the world, isn't it? And you people always go and buy the cars. Yes? Yes, I know that. Nowadays at least you don't have any time to do anything. Now you always go to play with the cars, which we are small cars are there at home, and you will be playing with those, isn't it? Remote cars especially. When we were small, we had very small cars which were not, we used to push them. Okay, so we used to push them and they used to again go bring that. But you people nowadays, you are having a remote cars, you sit at one place and play with the cars. I hope you like all the cars, and isn't it? So let's see about the cars. There are 125 cars stuck in a traffic jam. You all know traffic jam, isn't it? Nowadays it's too hectic. Nowadays especially means every day it is a hectic with the traffic. But nowadays because of the corona we have little bit of traffic less, isn't it? But still when the work is going on, when all people are going to work, it is full, the traffic is full, isn't it? So I hope everybody has gone through these traffic jams, right? Yes. So in the traffic jam, how many cars were stuck? Yes, how many cars were stuck? There were 125 cars. 125 cars were stuck. So we have to understand what is a number given there in the question. So this is 125. Okay, stuck in the traffic jam. What is the total number of wheels? Have to understand, children. What is the total number of wheels stuck on the road? Got it? The question is a little bit confusing. Where there is no one. Each is not there. One is not there. Is not there, isn't it? So how are you going to check it now? Yes, you, so that I want you all to understand the question. There are 125 cars. How many cars? 125 cars stuck in a traffic jam. That is a separate sentence. Now come for the next question what they have asked. What is the total number of, here I have given you number. Listen here, I have not written here NUMBER, I have not written here because my hand went very in a flow, so I couldn't write it. I'm sorry, but that is why I'm explaining why I didn't write the numbers full spelling. NO, and I have given a dot over there. I have given a dot over. That means it is number. Okay. Remember that always. Don't think it is not no. No, if it is like this, it would have been no. But I have given a dot over here. That is why it is number. Got it? So what is the total number of wheels? Here in the first place, they have not asked about the wheels. They have told about the cars. Here the question is, they have asked you about the wheels stuck on the road. Now you tell me, how many wheels will be there in one car? Yes, how many wheels will be there in one car? Tell me. Yes, you all know, isn't it? Car will always be having, if at all if it is a big car, the lengthy car, depends upon the car size and all. A normal car will be having how many? 4 wheels. A normal car will be having 4 wheels. Now we got the question for the first sentence and also for the second sentence. The question exactly, see, here they have given you one, here they have given you each. That is why you don't have to get confused, okay? So here they have not given you one or each or a, but they have just told you number of wheels stuck on the road. Now the second question have got the answer for you wherein we can solve the first sentence. Got it? Now the solution, if you go for that, what are we going to see? Here one car is having how many wheels? It is having 4 wheels. So depending upon this, see this one from where did we get? It is not there in the question. One is not there. It is there. Each is there. A is there. One is there. No, it is not there. But still, depending upon this question, we are getting the question over here or again the answer over here. So one car. How many cars here? That is a question they have asked, but here they have asked you how many wheels. Wheels will always be 4. So depending upon this, we are going to get this one. So depending upon this, we are going to solve for 125. So one car has 4 wheels. So now the next question comes, 125 cars, how many wheels? Got it? Got it, children? This is the way you have to understand. Okay. Now it is easy for us to do the sum. It is very easy for sum. Okay. Next, what happens? We are going to cross multiply. Now we are going to cross multiply. Now how are you going to cross multiply? I told you, whenever the question is there, I am going to do it. Whenever there is a question, that question must come in the left hand side is equals to 125 into 4. 125 into 4. Now here we have to go for the cross multiply, the rough work. Here we are going to go for the rough work. Go 125 into 4. So 125 into 4, you people know how to do the multiplication, isn't it? So 4 5s or 5 4s. 4 5s are 20, that is 2 carry over and 0 down. Then 4 2s are 8 plus 2, 8 plus 2 is 10, that is 1 carry over, 0 down. 4 1s are 4 plus 1, it is 5. So totally it is how many? It is 500 wheels. It is not cars but 500 wheels. Here we cannot go for the what? Bar model. Okay. Now let's come for the next question. There are 8 chairs arranged in a row. If there are 110 rows of chairs, how many chairs are there altogether? Here we have to see. There are 8 chairs. 8 chairs arranged in one row. If there are 110 rows, what is this? In a row. Here they have, see, here they have given you a row. You have to study the question. There are 8 chairs arranged in a row. If there are 110 rows of chairs, how many chairs are there all together? So what happens? We'll do this sum in the next session. Now I'm going to give for you homework. Okay, children, let's see what is the homework for today. Okay, children, let's see what's the homework for today. I always told you that in my homework, you have to always learn the tables. Tables are very important. First one is learn the tables from which number to which number? It is from 2 to 20, yes, exactly. And practice for your first UT. Your UT is coming near, so practice for that. And also you do some other practicing of your, you all have your textbooks, isn't it? Textbooks are there at home. It is not that hardly 2 chapters are there for your exam, but it doesn't mean that you have to just sit like idle. I want you all to study, okay? Now, practicing for the UT, maybe this video will be there for you for when the UT finishes or video comes back, but whatever it is, I want you all to study, whether it is for UT or whether it is for midterm or whatever it is, I want you all to practice. And I have given the third one, solve the given word problems. I have given you 2 word problems. This word problem, the first one, I wanted to tell, but because of our session time, we had to stop it. But this, I have given you the line, I have given the underlines over here wherever the necessity is. There are 8 chairs arranged in a row. If there are 110 rows of chairs, how many chairs are there altogether? 8 chairs, a row, that means 1 row, and 110 rows. So all the 3 parts have come, only one question is there, so easily you can do it. Here the second one, Rohan spends 210 rupees in a month on transport. How much does he spend in 4 months? I have written, I have underlined 210 rupees in a month. A month means 1 month on transport. So how much does he spend in 4 months? So this is also, we have got all the 3 parts. The remaining 1 part you can multiply and get the answer. So this is for your homework. I hope you are going to do it very regularly. And next I'm going to start, I think this will be your last session for mathematics. And in the coming days, I want to give some activities which are there in the textbook. I hope you all will try to do it. Have a nice day, children. Take care. Bye-bye.